On the morning of September 20th, 2021, the husband of 64-year-old Melody Rohrer contacted the Van Buren County Sheriff's Office. His wife, a dedicated walker who often covered 6 to 8 miles a day near their trailer by Oak Shores Campground in Michigan, had gone out for her usual jog. But she never came home. She wasn't answering her phone. Hours passed. Her husband grew more concerned by the minute.
Van Buren 911, what is the address of your emergency? This is Cass County with the transfer. I have a gentleman on the line. He's at Oak Shores Campground. His wife did not return from a walk this morning. Okay. All right, sir?
Yes.
What is your name?
Richard Rohrer, R-O-H-R-E-R.
Can you spell your last name for me again? I'm sorry.
R-O-H-R-E-R.
Okay, you said your wife went for a walk. At what time?
Around 8:15, 8:30.
Soon, law enforcement launched a full-scale search. Deputies canvassed the area. They retraced her walking route, spoke to neighbors and campers, but Melody had vanished without a trace. Then, technology offered a lead. Investigators pinged her phone and tracked the signal to a Walmart parking lot several miles away. Parked there, a Ford F-150 with visible front-end damage. In the driver's seat, a man named Colby Martin. Colby was immediately brought in for questioning. At first, he claimed it was an accident, that he'd hit Melody with his car and panicked. But what didn't make sense was everything that followed. He didn't stop. He didn't call for help. Instead, he moved her body into his truck, drove miles out of town, and left her in a remote cemetery. Then he tried to erase the evidence, even going so far as removing her SIM card and inserting it into his own phone. But what truly shifted the investigation was what they found next. A search of Colby Martin's devices revealed disturbing online activity. Multiple searches related to necrophilia and sexual assault. Detectives began to suspect this wasn't an accident at all. In their words, he was likely driving around looking for a victim. And tragically, Melody happened to be in a desolate area. He saw an opportunity and he took it. Now, Detective Dave and Detective Kyle were sitting across from him in an interrogation room, trying to untangle the truth from manipulation. What started as a missing persons case was unraveling into something far darker.
Are you okay with Kyle sitting in here with us? That's all right. Okay. You guys have a little time to bond a little bit, right? All right. I think what we're going to need to do is make sure we're talking to the right person here, you know? Is it okay? You have a driver's license on you or anything like that, did you?
No, it was in my truck.
Yeah. Okay. And then I just want to let you know that, remember when I read you the Miranda rights just a little bit ago? Those still apply to you right now, okay?
Yeah.
All right. And this is, we talked before, here's the Kleenex as a medium. I have not told you why, well, we discovered that was on your own free will. We want to all know that. Colby wanted to get this off of his chest, is that correct?
Yeah.
And we have not talked about what brought us to him yet, so that's what we're going to do today.
Okay.
Is that, now you want to hear what brought us to all this, correct? And then you tell us you're excited. Miranda still applies, okay? If you don't ever feel comfortable saying something, say, Dave, can I have a minute to collect myself or something like that? Not a problem. Same thing with Kyle. Do you want a glass of water or anything like that? We're more than happy to get you whatever you might need. Okay. I think Kyle's going to need your full name and your date of birth.
Colby, C-O-L-B-Y.
From the moment Colby Martin states his name, he comes across as polite and cooperative, almost eager to assist. To the untrained eye, he might seem like a man simply trying to clear up a tragic misunderstanding, like a driver caught in a terrible accident, willing to explain everything. But the detectives sitting across from him know better. They've already uncovered enough to question his story, so they play along, letting Colby believe he's in control while carefully steering the conversation toward the truth he's trying to hide.
And then who do you live at the house in White Pigeon with? Do you live by yourself?
With my parents. I just sold my house.
Oh, you did? Where did you live at before that?
In Portage.
Oh, you did? Did you live there? I know we had talked a little bit just about your family and stuff like that.
And then we got divorced, so we sold.
Oh, how long were you married?
It was 5 years.
Okay. And you got the 2 kids we talked about, ages 8 and 3? Boy and girl?
2 boys.
2 boys. What's their names? Nice. What's your ex name?
Kelly.
Kelly. Does she got Martin? Still go by Martin? Okay. How long have you guys been divorced?
A year.
Now, do you get joint custody of your children? Well, that's good. How often do you get to see them?
I get them like Thursday to Sunday.
Okay. And then, I know you and I talked a little bit just about, your family and stuff like that. We'll talk about your employer. Is that place up there on,
Yeah.
what's the name of that place again?
Stone.
Keystone? How long you work there?
Like 8 months.
Okay. What kind of work do you do at that place?
I think like medical. It's kind of like Stryker, but it's smaller.
Okay. Do you work at like in a factory or something in there, or what's?
Well, they make like wound stuff. Like we make stuff for like, feel like for like the army and stuff. Like if you get as a big sponge.
Okay.
Like if you get like shot or something.
Yeah.
It goes in there.
Okay.
Or, like MRI stuff.
So do you deliver that anywhere, or is it just all made in house?
We make it there and then we like package it.
Okay. Now the vehicle. So you've been staying with your mom and dad on and you've been staying there for what was it last year?
No, July I think.
Oh, okay. And what's your mom and dad's name?
Dave and Shelley.
Martin.
Yep.
Okay. Shelley.
Yeah.
When was the last time you were home?
This morning.
Okay. You were at home this morning?
Oh, yeah, I mean last night.
Last night.
I mean,
You slept. You stayed at home at night. Okay. All right. Was mom and dad both home?
Yeah.
Okay. And Colby, you and I didn't talk about this, so I want to bring it up to you now. What brought? You probably have an idea why we've made contact with you today. Just a little bit of history about that, since I haven't told you anything yet, but I think it's fair for you to know that yesterday we got called down around the Decatur area. Do you know where that's at?
I know the name, but I don't know.
Okay. Do you frequent Van Buren County much, or what?
No, I mean, you just do your thing, then I'll tell you the story.
Okay. Okay.
So it's just
Okay. Why don't you just tell me the story then? Just tell me. Okay. Let's see with some time.
Well, I mean, I was at work, but then cause my mom was sick, so they were like,
Okay.
because we're medical, so they were like, well, maybe you shouldn't be here.
Did your mom have COVID or something, or?
Well, her cousin had COVID, so she
Okay.
was around her, so they just were being cautious.
Mm-hmm.
So I didn't want to go home, so I was just driving around, and I got lost. So I was just, driving.
Mm-hmm.
And then it was foggy out on that morning. And came out of nowhere,
What came out of nowhere?
the lady.
Okay.
And I tried to miss her, but I couldn't. Then I just got scared.
Mm-hmm.
Didn't know what to do. I should have fucking called you guys.
So what happened after you hit her?
I don't know either.
What's that? Okay.
I mean, I just got scared and left.
Did you leave her there
I put her on in the back.
in the back of the truck?
This is the moment detectives have been waiting for. Colby admits to moving the body. That alone is a serious crime. But more than that, it reveals intent, not just panic. He didn't call 911. He didn't wait for help. Instead, he picked up Melanie Rohrer's body, placed her in his vehicle, and drove off. Not to a hospital, not to a police station, but to a cemetery. The question now isn't whether he did something wrong. It's whether this was ever an accident at all.
Do you know if
It
she
just
was?
sounds so fucking.
No, listen.
I'm not a bad person.
So, I don't think Kyle and I, neither one of us said
Well,
that.
it just-
Colby.
The situation just looks like I'm a fucking psycho or something.
No, we neither one of us has said that, have we?
Not at all.
No.
Well, you're never gonna say that, but
Listen, I bet you'd be surprised how many people would tell you that. And we're not going to say that. Was she? Do you think she was still alive after you hit her? She wasn't. Okay. So from that point, where did you go?
I just went back down to where we were at. Well, I mean, I just...
Did you drive right to there?
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know why, I just...
Are you familiar with that area?
Down there a little bit.
Okay.
I was just scared. I don't know why.
Mm-hmm. Did you have any idea what she was wearing?
No.
Okay. And correct me if I'm wrong, it did some significant damage to your truck, right? Is that all from just striking her, or did you hit something else?
No, I hit a deer the other day.
Oh, you did hit a deer?
So it's all like...
Oh, okay. You know how long ago that was that you hit the deer?
Sunday maybe? Saturday or Sunday?
Okay. Did you report it at all or not?
No.
Okay. Do you know where it happened at? Just a rough idea?
On the way home. It was like around Texas Corners. You know what's that?
So Saturday or Sunday over around Texas Corners? Okay. Alright. You don't know what road it was on though?
No, I don't even know the names of those.
So let's go back to...
I mean, I don't know if the deer died or not.
Okay, that's okay. So after you struck this lady, you put her in the bed of your pickup truck, and then what's going through your mind at this time?
I didn't know what the fuck's going on. I can't, like, it just didn't seem real.
Okay. And you're not familiar with that area down there, is that correct?
No, that's why I was just
Okay.
driving, trying to get to a main highway.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
I shouldn't even been out
And so I'm familiar with the area. It's foggy out,
there.
right? And is there any other traffic on the road that you remember?
I didn't see much. Maybe some tractors.
And is the vehicle that you struck her with, is that the one that we found you at Walmart? Is that
Yeah.
one and the same? Okay. Now, that state park, that is that close to your home down there?
A little bit.
Okay. Had you ever been down in that area before?
I mean, like when I was a kid.
Okay. So, like I said, I'm just trying to get
No,
just what's going on here. You got her in the bed of the pickup truck. You know she's just dead, right? Probably from the impact. You hadn't been drinking alcohol. Do you drink
No,
alcohol?
no.
Okay. Hadn't been doing drugs?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right. Do you use any drugs or anything like that?
Smoke like weed.
Okay. Had you smoked any when you were...
No.
Okay. So we know you weren't drinking. We know you weren't under the influence of drugs, right?
No.
Unfamiliar with the area. Foggy. And when you're driving down the road, let's say this is the roadway, okay?
Mm-hmm.
And these are the shoulders. Do you know where she would have been standing at when you came upon her?
I feel like I was more... I don't know. I thought I was like more in the middle because the road was
Yeah.
a shitty road,
Mhm.
you know.
Yep.
I mean, she was on the right side, obviously.
This side?
No, my side.
Oh, she was on the driver's side?
I mean, I was like this way.
Which way do you think you were heading? To east or west? Do you know? And I know that without you knowing that area very well, which it would be easy for us to know east from west from there.
Do you know any landmarks? Do you remember anything about where you were at?
I just remember like going down like a hill.
Okay.
And it was like really bumpy.
Did you go through Decatur? Not sure. Okay. So, yeah, that's okay. We're just trying to figure out. Down here is a T. There's this road. There's a road that goes off here, and then this goes here, and then it curves around. There's a public access right here, a lake. And the accident happened right in this area. But there's a T intersection here, and there's a farm here. Do you remember passing that farm at all?
Might have.
So do you think you possibly could be heading west, or like I said, I don't want to put words in your mouth.
Maybe. I think it was probably west.
Maybe heading that way.
Probably.
Okay. And then driving in the middle of the roadway because it's one of those hilly, bumpy roads.
Yeah.
Okay. And where do you think she was at when you came upon her? Was she in the roadway?
Yeah.
Okay. How far into the road? If this is the center line?
Probably like not in the dirt, but
Yeah,
that's
sure.
like,
And
you
it's
know, say like that's the dirt.
Yeah.
She was probably like
Okay.
walking.
So in the travel lane is what you're thinking?
Yeah.
Okay. Now, once you hit her, Do you lose control or anything like that? Okay. Did you come to a stop? Well, I'm assuming you come to a stop because you said you put her in there. Did you check her for signs of life?
I tapped her and I said, asked her if she was okay and stuff,
Mhm.
and she didn't say anything. And she
Okay.
was like freaking out.
Yeah. So when you got her in the back of the pickup truck, did you cover her with anything once you put her in the back of the pickup truck?
I had like a towel, a blanket.
Okay. Did you put that over the top of her?
Yeah.
It didn't blow off when you're driving down the road?
When I got down there, it did.
Did it blow out of the pickup truck?
I didn't know where it went though.
Okay. So somewhere alongside the roadway is the blanket?
Probably.
You know what color blanket it is by chance?
It was like green.
Green blanket? Was it a heavy blanket or a light blanket?
Like, what you put it like on the couch.
Okay.
Yeah.
Like a throw maybe, or?
Kinda like that.
Okay. So you covered her, was that blanket at one time inside the truck and you took it out and put it over the back?
Yeah, it was just like an extra. Just
Okay.
sitting there.
All right.
It sounds so fucking stupid though.
Listen, you were the only one that could tell us what happened out
I
there.
know, but I just
you know?
sound dumb. Like,
Tell me why, what sounds dumb?
I should have just fucking called you guys and stop being so scared.
Right. Yeah, I agree. I agree. And then I believe that's why you wanted to tell us what happened. Is that
Yeah,
right?
I'm not a bad person. I
No.
don't
That's
want
why
to
you're
do
doing
Yes.
this.
the right thing now.
Yeah, you are.
You're getting the story out
Yeah.
there.
You want people to know your side of the story, what happened out there. That this wasn't, you tracked this lady down,
No.
you stalked her, right? You know? And by you telling Kyle and I what happened out there, we've got the story what happened. Because otherwise we wouldn't know,
I know.
you know?
I just feel bad. It's really bad.
I believe you. You know? I'm sure you did not do this on purpose.
No.
And you didn't know this lady, right?
I had just lost.
Yeah. So you're driving. Do you know where you're going to go with her, or
No, I was just scared. I didn't.
Okay. So once you can, somewhere between where you hit her and where you placed her, the blanket fell out or blew out of the truck.
Yeah.
Okay. Did you take all back roads over to there, or did you get jumped back on like I-94 or any main highways or anything like that?
I might have gotten like, what's the other highway? Like 60.
62, I think it was that we came. Or,
60 that runs between Marcellus and
I mean, I might have got on that. I don't know what the.
okay, I just was wondering, you know. So when you got down there that back road, is that when you just decided this is where I'm gonna put her?
Yeah, I just didn't. I was like, I can't tell you guys now. It's too late. It was like.
Do you think he would have come forward sooner or later? I mean,
I thought about it this morning.
yeah,
I was like, I can't just let it do that. Like,
right.
it's fucked up. I'm not like that.
Mhm. Yeah, believe you.
how long did you drive around for?
Not long. I mean, I don't even know what time it was when
You did work for a while that morning. Do you know what time you're supposed to show up for work?
I go to work at 6.
6 o'clock. Do you know what time you punched out or anything like that?
I think I left around like 7:30 maybe.
Okay.
7.
And then that's when you just started cruising around after that?
So I was like, I don't want to go home yet.
Okay.
I suppose listen to the radio.
And I just want to confirm, you're not familiar with this part of
Yeah,
Kane?
no.
Okay. All right, didn't grow up around here or anything like that? All right.
Did you just go home or feeling sick? Why'd you leave work?
Because my mom was sick, and then they were like, well, you should take.
I see, I gotcha.
Because of COVID or whatever.
Mhm.
Your mom was sick.
Yeah.
Did they want you to come back to work today, or did they want you to stay away? Like,
Take the whole week off and
Okay.
come back next week.
all right. Okay. They pay you at least for your time off, or? So once you put her in there, did her clothes or anything fall off of her?
I didn't.
And I'm just asking you, just to the best of your knowledge, I mean, because, you know, Kyle and I didn't go up there where you pointed her out to us.
Maybe, I don't know. I didn't really, you know what I mean? Like, I was just in shock.
You didn't take them off of her, though, right?
No.
Okay, all right, just have to ask. Yeah. All right, and then, tell me about her cell phone.
I didn't see a cell phone.
Colby still doesn't understand how detectives managed to connect him to the case, but what he doesn't realize is that he made a critical mistake. One that made it far easier for investigators to zero in on him. That mistake? His phone.
How did her SIM card get put into your cell phone?
My SIM card?
Her SIM card put into your cell phone.
How?
I don't know, that's what we're asking you. That's how we were able to locate who you were. Remember, I didn't tell you anything about this, I'm bringing it up to you now. Yeah, that's how we were able to develop you as a person of interest, is because your two phones were moving together and mirroring off each other, and then the information was that her SIM card was put into your phone, but that's not the case?
I didn't take it out.
Okay.
I don't even have, like, the push button. I don't even know how to get them out.
Mm-hmm.
Can they, like... No, I didn't take it out, though. I don't know.
Do you remember what you did with her cell phone?
I didn't... Was that in her pocket?
I don't know.
I didn't see her phone, though.
Okay. All right. So maybe her phone might still be with her?
Because, I don't know.
Okay, you didn't do anything with her phone. Okay.
I didn't want to look. I don't want to see anything.
Okay. So once, now, when you drop her off, how long did you say you were driving around for after this terrible accident happened?
It wasn't very long. Let's see, hour or so.
Okay. You put her there, and then where do you go from there?
Home.
You went home? Did you stay home for the rest of the day after that?
Yeah.
Never left? Mom and Dad's? Okay. Did your mom and dad see your truck?
Yeah.
They ask you about it at all or not?
I told him I hit a deer.
Okay. Now you had some damage, you said already, to the truck, right? From over the weekend?
But they didn't see it then.
Okay. What did Mom and Dad say when they saw all the damage to your truck?
They said, oh shit, that's not good.
Yeah. Now do you have full coverage on your vehicle where you're able to get it fixed or not?
I mean, I called, but I don't know about it now.
Did you call them after you hit the deer?
Well, I have my dad do it.
Okay, your dad did? Okay. So your dad would have reported probably the beginning of the week the car deer accident?
Yeah.
Okay. Do you know who your car insurance is through?
I think I'll stay.
Is that on your dad's policy?
Oh, I think it's mine, but I don't know.
Okay. All right. Okay. All right. So you stay, once you get back home, you stay there all day. And then what time do you get up this morning?
4.
Okay, 4 o'clock in the morning?
Yeah.
And then where do you go from there?
Oh, well, because I didn't tell them I was taking off work, so that's why I was...
Oh, you didn't tell your mom and dad you were off work?
Yeah.
Okay, so they thought you were
all
home.
day.
Yeah. So where did you head off to at 4?
So, I just wake up at 4.
Okay.
And I leave around like 5.
Mm-hmm.
Then I went to get breakfast. Well, I didn't get breakfast today. I went to Meyer, took a nap,
Which Meyer did you go to?
in Portage.
Oh, the one on Westage there? Southwest, there's 2 on Westage. There's one down by Center and Shaver, and then there's one up by
that one
94.
Shaver.
That one? So this morning, that's where you would have went to as soon as you got up this morning? You would have went right to Myers?
I just went there and I just took a little nap.
Okay. Did you stop anywhere between your mom and dad's and Meyer until you took your nap?
This morning. Speedway, I got gas.
Okay.
I mean, cigarettes.
Which Speedway was that? Is that the one down there by there? Oh, it's Schoolcraft? All right. So, mom and dad's to Speedway and Schoolcraft, got cigarettes, and then from Schoolcraft to Myers?
Yeah.
And how long do you think you slept at Myers?
I don't know. Wasn't long. I mean, I kind of wasn't long because I went from there to Walmart.
Okay, so there was, from that, waking up at that spot, that's when you went to Walmart then? Do you know how long you were at that Walmart before we
No.
talked to you? Okay.
5 minutes maybe.
Okay, not very long at all. Okay. So you might have crashed and slept at, it sounds like at Myers there on Sprinkle for a while, or that down there on Southwestage.
Well, I needed to get like groceries, but I was just trying to.
Did you go into Myers at all or not? Okay. Pretty much just, did you just stay out in your truck in the parking lot?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Were you just really, you must not have slept well last night? Is that why you're sleeping at both Myers and then at Walmart?
Yeah.
Okay. Tell me what's going through your mind today.
My life's over.
Why do you think that?
Because I have to live with that for now.
Okay, but don't you think what you're doing it by coming forward and by coming to Kyle and I, or us when we're out there, you know,
But then,
You-
I mean, how am I gonna get a job now and all that shit?
everybody, this is not the end of the world. You made a mistake.
Have I started getting my shit together and now
Mhm.
I'm back?
Tell me how you get your shit. What happened? Did something happen in your life before that?
Well, just
was-
started a divorce and shit. And
Okay.
I took that, it was hard, and
Mhm.
my son's taking it hard. And
Yeah. Divorces are hard. Yeah. Very. Now, before that though, did you have a nice steady job? I mean,
I worked at a paper mill for 8 years.
okay. So you had a good job, probably insurance, you know, benefits and
That's
stuff, right?
good. And then they laid us off right when COVID came.
Which paper mill was that one?
It was a White Pigeon.
Okay.
And then I went to that place. So
So you're still trying to work. I mean, you wanted to keep working. You weren't going to just live off of unemployment and all that stuff. Okay.
kids.
What do you think? And if you don't mind me asking, what was the downfall in the marriage? I mean, you guys just fell out of love with each other, or just?
I had a miscarriage, and then I wasn't support, like, you know, I wasn't there for her.
That's
Like
hard.
I should have been.
Was this would have been your third child then,
Yeah.
after the 3-year-old? How long ago did that happen?
2 years.
Okay. How far along was she?
First trimester, I don't know how many weeks.
Okay. So it was difficult for both of you.
Yeah.
Were you looking forward to having 3 kids? Yeah. You love your kids, I can tell. How do you still feel about your ex? Do you still have feelings for her?
Yeah.
How about her feelings back for you? You don't think so?
Well, not now.
Well, she doesn't know about
What's
this.
she gonna find out?
She doesn't know about this.
Oh, it's gonna be on the paper.
She didn't know about this. You know? Were you guys trying to reconcile it all, or not? Or has she moved on?
I think. I mean, I have a girlfriend.
Oh, you do? Okay.
I mean, I don't have a girlfriend now, but
You do have one right now?
I said I don't know if I will now.
Who's the latest lady in your life?
Her name's Taylor.
Taylor? Do you mind me asking what Taylor's last name is? I won't talk to her, I just wondering.
Cassil, C-O-L-O-W.
Is she-
C-A-L-O-W.
Is she from around here? Or
Big Rapids.
Big Rapids? Like way up north?
Yeah.
Wow. Do you guys have a long distance relationship?
Well,
How's that work out for you?
We were getting ready to get an apartment.
Up there or down here?
Like, we're gonna try to meet halfway.
Mhm.
Because she has a kid too and
Okay.
stuff.
How old's her kid?
30.
Okay. Colby, I think this was a horrible thing that happened. Horrible accident. It speaks volumes, whether you want to believe it or not, for you coming forward and telling us what happened, okay? And to tell us where we could find her. You know? Did you or did you not feel a sense of relief once you said that?
Well, I mean, I'm glad, so she's not just laying there.
Right.
My family can have her, but
Mhm.
I just feel so bad. Like,
I'll be honest with you, I don't think anybody's a winner in this. I feel sorry for you and I feel sorry for them. You know? just, that's why they call them accidents, you know? If this would have been totally different.
If I was called, that would have made it
Right.
fucking difference.
Yeah. Right. Yeah. But we didn't do
But so
that.
I don't know. I was so scared. I didn't know what to do.
Yeah. Yeah. And besides the deer accident, had you ever been in an accident before? And how old are you? I'm sorry.
28.
So you've been driving for about 12 years?
Yeah.
Yeah. So you knew that you had to report an accident if you were involved in one, right?
Oh, I didn't think about that. So I wasn't even thinking.
Especially if somebody's hurt.
Well, no, yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
don't. It's not like I was trying to hide. I don't know.
Mhm.
I'm just.
Do you believe that, and I like I said, I think I already asked this question, do you think he would have came forward before we made contact with you, tell us what happened?
Or try to find a way to.
Right.
Something.
Mm-hmm.
I wasn't just gonna leave her there.
Right. No.
I just was scared, and I just.
Mhm.
That's why I don't know. It doesn't make it right, but.
Well, we did have some, I did not see, you know, you pointed her location out to Kyle, and I didn't go up there and take a look at her, but the detective from the state police that did walk up there, he did have concerns about the way she was undressed, okay, and that's why
Oh, she
Kyle,
was undressed.
just, and it could be from pulling her out of the vehicle or something like that, okay?
I mean.
I just wanted to make sure that we were on the same page, yeah.
That's fucked up.
Yeah. You know, so,
At this point, Detective Kyle steps in. Unlike the earlier questioning, Kyle takes a quieter, more focused approach. And for Colby, that's exactly the kind of pressure he doesn't need. These are the moments when one slip up. A time, a detail, a location could mean the difference between freedom and life behind bars. Kyle isn't here to rush him. He's here to break him down, piece by piece.
Kyle?
I'm kind of a details guy.
Oh, you're okay, yeah.
Yeah.
So, I appreciate you for telling us. I really do. You're doing the righteous thing
Yeah.
now.
Mm-hmm.
We're gonna work through this. It's a hurdle, yeah, it is, but we're gonna work through it.
Mhm.
We're gonna get you through this. And but I'm more of a details person. Dave's a talker. I'm not a talker.
Yeah, you're fine.
So, anyway, I was just wondering if we could go through a little bit more detail, step by step, of kind of what happened, and make sure that we have the dates and the times correct, stuff like that,
I'm sorry, guys.
and just some of those details.
All right.
Do you mind if we
I'll
do
go ahead
that?
and do just
Okay.
say what you want.
So,
Thank you.
when exactly did you strike this lady?
I have no idea. I mean,
Do you remember if it was what day it was?
what was yesterday?
Yesterday? Okay. And do you remember about what time of day?
It was maybe 8-ish, like around there or so.
Okay. Okay. And can you describe the weather for me?
It was like hazy, foggy. It wasn't raining though. Oh wait, it was raining on and off, I think.
On and off
I
raining?
think so.
Okay.
So it was wet out. It was foggy.
So, you're driving, were you texting or anything? Was there anything like that going on in the car? You weren't smoking anything? You said you didn't
No.
smoke weed or anything yesterday, but, so you weren't under the influence
I
of
wasn't doing anything.
anything
Because
like
it's at
that?
work.
Yeah.
And then, yeah.
Well, you're
I mean,
off.
it was just.
You had the day off though after that.
Yeah, but I mean, I just left like an hour before that.
Okay.
Yeah, just no, I wasn't doing anything.
Mm-hmm. Okay. And
And
then.
texting.
Okay. All right. And so you're just driving along, and then can you?
I think it was, well, I mean, the road was bumpy.
Yep.
I just remember like it was, bouncing a little bit,
Sure.
And then it was just like, I mean, 'cause I don't even know like where it was.
What did you see?
Fog, and then right last minute she appeared.
Okay. What did she look like?
Just a blob, I mean, I didn't get to see her.
Do you remember colors or anything, or?
I don't think so. I thought she had something yellow on,
Okay.
but that's the only thing I can think of. I mean, I didn't.
She was
It happened so
wearing something
fast.
yellow.
I think. I mean, like, that's what it looked like when I was driving, a yellow figure.
Okay, all right. Anything else?
I mean,
Okay.
I don't think so. Like, what?
Well,
What are you looking for?
I'm just trying to get you to describe what you saw.
Yeah, I mean, it was just happened so fast though. Like,
Yeah.
she came out there was nothing there, and then
Okay.
she was there.
And do you remember where at on your vehicle she would have hit?
I was assuming the middle,
Middle.
which I thought it would have been like the side, because I tried to turn last minute, but I mean, there probably
Okay.
wasn't that much time.
Okay. So after you hit her, what happened next?
I stopped,
Okay, did you,
got out, went up to her, ran up to her,
where was she at?
laying on the side of the road.
Okay, do you think she was on the paved part or somewhere else?
I think she was more in the grass,
In the
but
grass?
like close to the road.
Okay.
And then I went up to her, asked her, like, hey, are you okay?
Mhm.
And then I could tell.
Was there any response from her at all? Okay. All right. Where at on her body did you check?
I
You
touched
said
her
you
shoulder.
tapped her.
I mean, I like pushed on her shoulder, moved her, and she didn't do anything. And I asked her if she's okay, and she didn't say anything.
Okay. Were her eyes open or shut? Do you remember?
I don't
Can you remember her position? Was she
remember.
up
She was laying on her, like, on her side.
on her side? Okay. And what was her clothing?
I think she had like jogging clothes on, like, you know, like workout clothes, maybe.
Okay.
Like shorts and shirt.
Okay. Do you remember the color of those?
No, I don't know.
Okay. All right. Was there anything else laying around or near her?
I didn't see anything.
Okay. All right. Do you remember where you stopped at? Where your vehicle stopped?
I mean, I think I was like in the dirt, whatever, when I pulled over.
Okay. So not on the paved part?
Yeah, I mean, I just probably pulled over
Pulled over on
the
the
other
side.
road, so I went on the other road.
Okay. So back up just a little bit. What did you said you swerved to the right?
Well, I think I just tried to go, like, I seen something.
To
I mean, so
avoid
I
it?
just-
Yeah, yeah.
Instinct, you know.
Okay. So correct me if I'm wrong, did you stay on the road or you went off
Oh,
the
yeah,
road?
I stayed on the road. I didn't turn right, I went left, because I was going this way, you know, and then she was walking right in my lane, so I tried to go
You swerved.
towards, that's where I was trying to go, to the opposite lane, but,
Okay.
you know what I mean?
And then what?
And then I hit, and then I stopped, and I got out, ran up to her.
You said you stopped in the dirt part?
Yeah.
Okay. How'd you get to the dirt part?
I mean, I just stopped, the truck stopped, I don't know.
Okay. All right. Did you have to walk very far to get up to her, or how far away were you when you stopped?
Like 20 feet, 15 maybe. It was close.
Okay. You think it was
Close.
behind you?
Oh, yeah.
You stopped the same direction?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. And did you see anything else around her at all?
I didn't really look, but no, nothing caught my eye.
Okay. All right. Naturally, it's upsetting when you see someone like that.
Yeah.
I mean, how long do you think you stood there before you decided to, do something and load her up?
I don't know. I just started freaking out. It wasn't very long, so I was just scared. I was like, I don't know what to do.
How did you freak out?
In my head, like, I don't know. I was just
Okay.
in shock. I never
Sure.
dealt with something like that before.
Mhm.
And it wasn't right, but I don't know why I left.
How long do you think it was before you made that decision,
Say,
roughly?
a couple minutes maybe.
A couple minutes.
After I talked to her, asked her if she's okay, and then I was like, shit, freaking out.
So she was clearly dead at that point. Did she have any injuries that you saw?
So it was like her arm was broke.
Okay.
That's the only thing I could think of.
Do you remember which arm?
Maybe her left arm.
Would that be the one she was laying on, or the opposite?
No, she was laying on her right side, I think.
Okay.
And this arm was, yeah.
Okay. Any other injuries to her that were obvious to you?
I didn't look her over like that. You know what I mean? After I knew she was dead.
Mhm. So you said it was pretty obvious to you, but did you check her pulse or anything?
No.
Didn't check. All right. What happened next?
I got in the truck and I just drove, trying to figure out what the fuck was going on.
Mm-hmm. How did you get her
Why?
into the truck?
I just picked her up,
Like how?
like under like by her arm, you know, and just laid her on the bed.
Would you tailgate
Yeah.
up or down?
Down.
Down. So on the back of the truck, into the bed. So, like, were your arms under her arms, or how did you?
I think so. I think I like picked her up like, you know, fireman carrier or whatever you want to call it.
Okay.
Or whatever, you know,
Okay.
under her arms.
Mhm.
It's so stupid. You guys think I'm fucked up?
We don't think you fucked up. We think that you, like you said, you were scared and
Yeah.
panicked. I mean, this just happened, and so you didn't know what to do at that point, or you weren't thinking right.
Colby, did you clean your vehicle at all last night or this morning? Did you work through a car wash or anything like that, or it just looked like there was some fresh water and stuff in there? Did you wash your vehicle out or clean it yourself?
I haven't been to the car wash since like Friday maybe.
Okay.
Did you do anything to wipe it out today?
I don't think so.
I mean,
Like
'cause-
wipe?
Well, we need you to be
I
honest
have
with
like
us,
Lysol
okay? 'Cause-
wipes. I mean, not Lysol, but like Armor All.
Yeah.
That's the only thing I
Okay, did you use those in any way?
think so. But in this, I do that like every day though.
Okay, where did you use those at?
Like on the
Where at on the pickup truck?
dash and everything. Just like on the, like when I was sitting in the parking lot on
Mhm.
board, so I just,
Nothing in the bed of the truck. You wouldn't.
Oh, no.
Okay. Right. Now, was there floor mats in the back of the truck? Did you put your floor mats in the?
oh yeah,
What was up with that?
I was just cleaning it.
Oh, and that was when?
I forgot that was even back there. I don't know when I took that out.
Was it before yesterday?
Yeah.
Okay.
There's probably a box back there too, with trash and shit.
Okay. All right. Yeah, I just want to make sure it just, I know we had a lot of dew and stuff, and I think it rained a little bit, so I didn't know if it looked like to me the truck had been cleaned, and this is why I was just inquiring about
I
that.
haven't cleaned it in a while.
Okay.
Well, I mean, a couple days.
Okay.
And the floor mat, I think that was it. It just shit on it. I think I took it out.
Okay.
Or somebody spilled something in the bag.
All right. What else did you load up with her?
But that's it. That's all. What do you mean?
What else did you pick up off the ground? Anything?
Doesn't mean she was just walking.
Did she lose any items off of her?
Oh, I don't know. I didn't grab anything. I don't know if she had anything with her.
So other than her, you didn't?
I
pick
just
up
grabbed
anything?
her and I left. And I was scared.
Did you continue on the same direction
Yeah.
that you were previously headed? Okay. And do you remember which direction from there?
I don't know. Our highway. What road's this out here?
This is on 40.
I don't know what road I was on. I just went and
Can, before we get too far down the road, but back to where the crash happened, describe the area around you at all.
There's a lot of trees. It was like, not swampy, but I mean, there's a lot of farms, shit.
Okay.
Like fields.
Fields. All
And like, thick tree brush, you know. That's the only thing I remember. But it was foggy too, so I couldn't really
right.
like
Yeah.
see everything out there.
Okay. Was it? Can you describe the area where she was laying? Like, is it what this? The ground was cover, ground cover, or anything?
Couple trees and grass.
Okay.
Really, I mean.
Okay. All right. Anything else around?
I don't think so. I mean, there's houses, but they were down farther.
Okay. All right.
No house is right in the area to where this accident happened? Okay.
Okay. And did you have an idea where you were going to go at that point,
Yeah.
once you made up your mind?
I mean, when I left, I didn't know what I was doing when I left.
Okay. Did you call anybody or talk to anyone about it?
I don't know who to call. I should have called you, but I didn't. But no, I didn't talk to anybody.
Have you talked to anyone else about this?
Just you guys.
Can you explain the phones a little bit more?
I didn't know she had a phone on her though. I don't know how that would do that though. Like I don't know how you know, on their phones you gotta have like the thing that pops that out.
Okay.
Did you check anything on her, any of her clothes?
I didn't want to look at her, you know what I mean? Like I didn't want to see that.
Alright.
I mean that sounds really bad, but I'm sorry.
Listen, I believe you, you know. Otherwise, you wouldn't have come forward with the information, letting us know where she was. You know. And I do believe that you would have come forward at some time and given somebody some information on where to look, whether it be anonymously or whatever.
Shouldn't have.
That's a lot to live with, isn't it?
I just.
So after you placed her wherever you took us, where'd you go from there?
Home.
To Lake Pigeon?
Yeah.
To your parents' place? Okay. And then did you stay there all day or go anywhere else?
I just stayed home.
You got your own room there? Are you sleeping on the couch?
I have a like the basement.
Okay. Is that the room you used to have when you were a kid, or is it?
No, my grandma stays in with them because my grandpa died, so my grandma moved down with my parents too.
Gotcha.
And just backing up a little bit, after you had dropped her off, did you stop anywhere along the way
I don't
to you?
think so.
Okay, you believe that once
I went right
you
home.
put her where she was, you went right to your mom and dad's? Okay. And then would your mom and dad have been up when you got home? Well, wait a minute. That would have still been in the early morning hours. Your mom and dad would have wondered why you weren't at work, remember?
And then I don't even know if they were home yet.
Because remember, that's why you went to work in the first place.
Yeah. Hold on, let me think. I'm trying to think.
Did your mom and dad work? Or they retired?
Well, my dad just kind of like retired from the mill. We worked at the mill.
Okay.
My mom, she worked.
So you would have been home.
Usually I go home.
Still
Like,
early.
and though, I always go. So we have like a, what do you want to call those? Like a store door or whatever, you know, for your basement.
Is it an egress window?
No, well, like the door, like
The old-fashioned ones, you know.
Oh,
you
yeah,
walk down.
yeah, storm cellar door, yeah.
I was, that's when I talked to him.
Is that what you did when you got home?
Yeah, I think so. Pretty sure. So I remember them calling me, asking me where I was at. I was like, I'm home.
Your mom and dad had called you yesterday?
I think so. I think it was yesterday.
And then, were they home when they called you to see if you were where you were
Yeah,
at?
they were in the room.
Okay,
They just didn't know, because I went down to the basement.
okay,
They don't like going upstairs.
all right, well, okay. And then did you eat dinner with your mom and dad that night?
I don't think so. I usually do my own thing, usually.
You didn't go out to get dinner or anything like that? What'd you do for
I
food?
was probably just cooked, so I don't even think I ate. I might have made wings.
Okay. But we're sure that we didn't leave the house though?
No,
Okay.
I don't usually leave.
And you don't-
Person.
And you don't remember ever seeing a cell phone with her? You never touched the cell phone?
Her have a phone or not.
Okay. All right. Okay.
Is your prints or anything gonna show up on anything that she has, like a cell phone?
No, I mean, it just wherever her R number I grabbed her, that's it.
Because you know they're gonna be checking, right?
Yeah.
They're gonna be sending some of that stuff to the lab. And so again, this is
No, I
probably
think
clear
the
here,
only time I talked
because
to
we
grabbed
don't
her.
want any surprises.
No, I'm telling you, I picked her up, put her in, and picked her out, put her out.
Okay,
That's it.
okay. All right. Is there any reason that there would be any DNA inside of her at all?
No.
Okay. Because again, they're
No,
gonna check.
yeah, I know, but no.
And sometimes this happens, I mean, that's why we ask, it's one of our
Mhm.
standard questions
No, I
that we
get
always
it.
go through, but they're also going to check, and so, you know, we don't need any surprises
No,
there.
yeah.
So there's no reason
No,
that you're
there
gonna,
ain't gonna be no
you're gonna have
surprise.
DNA inside of her, or any semen inside of her, or anything like that?
No,
From you? Okay.
Okay. Well, we just,
no. I
we
get
have to
it.
ask.
I know, I'm just saying.
Yeah. What we would like to do, Colby, is just collect some DNA from you if you don't mind. Okay. This is going to save us a little bit of process of totally eliminating all that stuff. We don't have any proof right now that anything other than the crash happened
No.
and that she died. Okay. It's just suspicious to us when we find her, and there could be several logical reasons why she didn't have any clothes from the waist down.
No, I get it, yeah.
Dragging her through that thick brush,
I know.
okay? We might find it might have blew off of her, the blanket blew off of her, why, maybe the pants did too. We don't know, we just have to ask.
I know, I get
Yeah.
it.
Yeah. So, I'm gonna run next door and grab a collection kit?
Sounds good?
Yeah, is that okay? Okay. I'll be ready. You sure you want a glass of water?
All right.
Okay. Thank you. Did you get your keys?
Detective Dave prepares to collect a DNA sample, and for the first time, Colby visibly reacts. He knows exactly what that swab could prove. A silent admission lingers in the air. Whatever story he's clinging to is about to be tested by science. And if the results confirm what detectives suspect, it won't just prove he lied. It could reveal something far more horrifying.
That's a special kit I guess you have, isn't it? For those? Thank you, sir.
I didn't catch her other son's name, was and what else? That's a cool name, I don't think I've ever heard of that one before. Yeah, that's unique. They good kids?
Yeah. You have kids?
Yep. Yep. Yep, it's not easy living up to being the model parent, right? Like, we all have these issues where we're,
I'm not doing a very good job. Man,
hey, it's a mistake.
I
We've
know,
all
but-
made mistakes. We've all done stupid stuff. We admit that this was stupid, but, now we gotta deal with it. But you're doing the right thing now. We're gonna work through this. Like I said, it's a hurdle.
I think I'm fucked.
I think that you coming forward and you cooperating with this is going to go a huge length. Dave and I, we always give input to the prosecutor. Look, you're a remorseful person. You didn't want this to happen. You're sorry for what happened. You're doing the right thing now. That's workable. You're a workable person. This is not the end of the road for you at all. You have a future ahead of you. You're going to be there for your kids. You definitely will. That's the last thing we ever want to do is take someone away from their kids.
This is hard right now because he's having a lot of trouble with the divorce.
Yeah. Yep.
And he's really attached to me right now.
Yep, my parents were divorced. It's difficult, but you know what? They'll get through it. They just...
And then now his dad's gonna go to jail. It's gonna fuck him up.
Look, you're not the only one that's ever made mistakes. Like I said, we've all made mistakes.
And it's just so stupid. Like, it was an accident and then I ended up making it worse.
If you would, I'd like you to kind of draw out the scene, if you're willing to do that. So if we just do it doesn't have to be perfect, doesn't have to be a work of art, but just draw the road and where your truck was and where...
Are you guys doing all this to use this against me?
Detective Kyle changes his tactic. He slides a piece of paper across the table and calmly asks Colby to draw the scene. It sounds harmless, just a sketch, but Colby knows better. You can see the hesitation in his eyes. Could this be used against me? He asks, and he's right to worry, because drawing a location or timeline forces suspects to commit to specifics, and every mark he makes on that paper is a possible contradiction. Detectives like Kyle count on that. This isn't pressure. This is precision.
We're just trying to do a complete investigation. That pen suck here.
you just want me to like where the truck was and her?
Yep. However you remember it.
That's her. Well, and then I parked there.
Okay.
There's some trees, I think.
On the same side she was walking.
I think so.
Do you even know which road you were on?
I have no idea what the name was or nothing.
Okay. All right.
I was just trying to find highway so I can get home.
And where did she land or stop when you went up to her?
Like right around there. Like when she was walking, she was here.
Oh, okay.
You know,
so
and
that's
then
the
when I
final
found
spot.
her, she was like that. You
Okay.
know.
I understand.
And then I tried, like, you know, I mean, 'cause it was like last minute.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't go fast enough. You want me to show you a bigger picture?
No, that's fine. Whatever you want to add to it or whatever. Was there any of your vehicle parts?
There might have been. I mean, it was all
Because
broke.
you're missing the grill.
Yeah, I mean, some of it's at the house, so I didn't want it to fly off when I was driving.
Your grill's at your house.
I ripped it off, you know what I mean, because I was
Okay.
flopping around. I wanted a semi or whatever to blow it off.
Okay. Did you rip it off there at the scene or
No,
once you
at the
got back
house.
to the house? Okay. How much of it?
Just the middle grill part, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Just that.
All right. What'd you do with it at the house?
It's just laying in the yard.
In the yard. Okay. All right. So I'm going to tell you that we found some tracks off the road. So I just want,
Where?
that's kind of where I was trying to get to clear this up a little bit. So I found tracks off over here.
Okay. I don't remember going to grass. Were they like right in the same, where everything happened?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I thought I was in.
That's kind of what I was asking you.
No, I get it. I
because
mean,
pieces of the vehicle were all, off the road, and the tire tracks were off the road. So that's why I want you to really think about that part of it.
yeah. I mean, obviously, maybe it's then, honestly, but maybe that's where I stopped, though. I don't know. I mean, I guess. I don't know why.
Alright.
I don't want you guys to think I did this on purpose or anything. Is that what you think?
I don't. But
I mean, I know you're doing your job, but I know sometimes your guys' job is to act like our friends and then.
I get that. I'm not trying to turn on you.
I know.
Look, my concern is for the family.
Oh, I know, I get it. I mean, you're doing your job.
That's
so.
my job, is to make sure that
And
the
I feel
victims
so
are
bad
taken
for
care
them.
of.
Like,
And so sometimes it
No, I
may
get
come
it.
off mean.
I know.
I'm sorry.
No, you're
I'm not
fine.
trying to be mean,
Oh, I know.
but I do want the
I
details.
just don't want anybody to think I did this shit on purpose.
Okay. I don't think you did. And honestly, I didn't think
And
that you did yesterday when we were out there. It's like, what you were telling us is exactly what I thought had happened.
what would happen if I would just called?
We would have done an investigation. Same thing. You know, we'd look at the evidence, we'd try to figure out, we'd get a statement from you and look at the evidence, see what we have. But there's
Sorry
no
about
way,
that, guys.
I thought that this was intentional. I highly doubt that anyone out there yesterday would have thought it was intentional either. I mean, accident, sure, but intentional, not a chance. I didn't think that. I didn't think that yesterday. If you would have called us then, we wouldn't have thought that. You know, do you know this lady?
I don't know.
Is there any records that we're gonna dig up that you've had contact with her before? No. So, you know, why would we even start going along those lines?
What?
Like I said, we're here,
No, I
you know, to make sure that the family's taken care of and that we've done the best job that we can do. That, you know, we've looked at every angle. And so that's why we've come across some of these tough questions, because they're going to test everything.
Yeah, I know.
They're gonna test her, they're gonna test your vehicle. So, whatever's out there will come up.
There is, might be weed in my truck.
I'm sorry?
Might be weed in my truck.
Weed? You don't care about weed.
Okay, well, I was just
It's
saying,
totally-
well, I didn't.
Thank you for telling me that though. Is it like a bale of it in the
No,
back
it
or
was just a
anything?
little jar, and like you get from the store.
This
Okay.
one's, I like the way that was. You don't have a knife on you, do you, where you can cut the top of that off?
Sure.
Thank you. Quick. All right, make sure it's all name right here.
Would you mind just initialing that?
Like, my name?
Just wherever, somewhere on the sheet, that's your drawing.
Okay. Says there was a little fingerprint thing in this.
Sometimes I don't
Yeah,
put those in
I
there.
don't think we gotta worry about that. We're gonna have them sign it anyways.
Yeah.
Okay.
Did you talk to Jim?
Yeah. make sure there's nothing in your mouth. Okay, okay. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do it twice, okay? One on each side of your cheek,
Alright.
okay? Not hurting or anything, is it? Okay. Okay, good. Last one, we're done, okay? Feels like you're at the dentist, doesn't it?
I know.
Okay. What I need you to do is this, so you saw that I sealed that up as we were here. I'll just have you, and I know there's a signature spot. Yes, right, if you wouldn't mind just signing right there.
There's like my initials.
You know, your signature like you would if the, thank you, sir. Okay. Thank you. All right. I don't know, I was at there when I came in here. Just real fast. Four, 4, 4, 6.
Let's go with that.
Okay. Date is the 21st. Okay. That clock correct.
1442.
Okay. Okay. All right. Colby, did you, going back, did you shower last night, did you say?
Yeah.
You did shower? And what clothes would you have been wearing yesterday when this happened?
Just, I don't know, a t-shirt and jeans.
Do you know the color of the t-shirt that you're wearing? And I think really a specific kind of jeans, are they like Levi jeans, Lee jeans?
Just regular blue jeans and just like a shirt like this.
Okay, a grayish colored shirt, you think?
I think so.
And would those be in your bedroom?
Probably.
Okay. And blue jeans?
Yeah.
How about shoes? What kind of shoes were you wearing?
Tennis shoes. Oh, these.
You were wearing those yesterday?
Yeah.
Okay. So shoes are the same. The only thing you would have been wearing would have been full-length blue jeans
Yeah.
and a gray shirt.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Yeah, and you did shower yesterday. Shower after you got back home?
Yeah.
Do you have any
Before
idea?
bed.
Just before, what time do you think you actually went to bed? Or tried to fall asleep?
I showered like at 8 or 9.
8 or 9 o'clock at night? Now, is your shower downstairs, or is there one, you have to go upstairs?
Upstairs.
All right. All right. And you're sure you didn't clean out your truck, right? The back end of it?
Yeah, no.
All right.
At this point in the interview, Detective Dave returns to a key question. Did you clean out the back of your truck? Colby answers quickly, too quickly. No, I didn't. But this isn't a casual inquiry. The detectives already know more than Colby thinks. This question isn't meant to get a confession. It's meant to catch him lying.
Would there be a reason why when the officers went to your mom and dad's house to look, there's bloody rags discovered in the trash can?
Where at?
In the trash can at your mom and dad's house?
Bloody rags at mom and dad's.
Yeah.
I didn't throw anything away.
Okay, you sure about
I
that?
don't remember.
'Cause- okay. Could you maybe blacked out or just don't remember? The reason I asked is we did go out to your mom and dad's house.
Right.
Um,
Freaking out. Yeah.
They're worried about you. But your dad did direct us to a trash can where there were some bloody rags and such. And he said those were from you cleaning your truck.
So remember when I talked to you about being honest, Colby, it goes a long way.
I'm trying to
with us.
think of when I wiped. Well, I mean, maybe then. 'Cause I don't remember. I mean, maybe I wiped it out of the bed, but I didn't like clean it. Like,
Okay, so that's something like,
Okay,
that's
I'm
what we
sorry.
were talking
I'm
about.
sorry.
When I asked if you cleaned out the truck, that's what we're talking about.
Well, I forgot about it. Like the red.
Okay? Need you to not forget.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Okay? You gotta be honest with us. The only way we're gonna go to bat for you is if you're telling the truth.
Okay.
Okay?
All right.
And like I said, we're gonna be checking everything. You already know that we're down at your mom and dad's place. Alright? We're already checking your truck. Okay? We're talking to you, so we need the truth out of you. Okay? Forgot about where you parked your truck or where you
Well, that was
where you
hard.
drove and
I don't
everything.
remember going off the road at all, though.
Okay. Just be honest
Sorry.
So
with Dave here.
when I asked you originally if you had cleaned your truck, because I thought it looked like it had been recently washed.
Mm-hmm.
Did you wash your truck now?
No, I didn't watch
Okay.
it.
Or you didn't wash the truck, but what day you told me
I
you
might
did
have. I guess I missed. Wiped it out with the bed and it might have been.
with a hose or
No,
with just the
just the
rags?
rag.
Okay. You have any idea how many rags you used?
Just whatever was in there, I guess.
Okay.
Most
And
of the time I would have done it.
where did the rags come from?
Just
Were they ones that you had around your mom and dad's? You have to stop and buy them?
No, I think I had some in my truck.
Okay. So the rags that were used to wipe out the truck were already in the
Yeah, I
truck?
already had them.
All right. So so she must have been bleeding, is that my understanding?
Yeah.
Okay. Because I didn't know that. My understanding was that she just had what appeared to be a broken arm.
Sorry.
Okay. And I don't know if you guys had talked about that. So we know that she was bleeding. Do you know where she was bleeding from?
Your nose, I think.
Okay. Was there a significant amount of blood that was recovered off of these rags? Okay. Did she like pool a lot of blood in your vehicle?
It wasn't a lot when I wiped it up.
Okay. All right. But you do remember wiping your vehicle out?
Now I do.
Okay. All right. How about the shorts that we found in the garbage can with the bloody rags?
What shorts?
There's a pair of, looks like cut off shorts. It looks like some shorts were cut off or ripped or something that were found in there. Are those hers?
I didn't throw any shorts away.
Okay.
At my dad's?
Yeah, and like I said, I'm not out your dad's, I'm just listening to what the officer said. In the dumpster with those bloody rags is a pair of shorts that your mom and dad don't say looks familiar to them.
I don't remember throwing shorts away.
Okay. Do you remember then when you took her out of the truck, do you remember her being naked from the waist down?
No.
Okay. So is it your belief that she still had her
They take
shorts
her clothes
on?
off.
I understand that. I'm just saying.
And when I took her out, I shade her clothes on.
Okay. All right. So the shorts that are at your mom and dad's are not hers.
No.
Okay. I'm just asking. Your mom and dad just can't figure out where they came from.
I know.
And your dad says he does remember talking to you about the damage to your vehicle. But your dad doesn't remember the car deer crash over the weekend.
On Sunday?
Yeah.
Well, he's not paying attention.
Okay. Because he says he remembers talking to you yesterday about the damage to your
And
truck.
that's when I brought it up to him so we could.
Okay, so your dad didn't see the damage to the pickup truck that occurred over the weekend?
Yeah.
Okay.
To hide it.
Your dad, okay. So your dad only saw the damage to your vehicle after you had struck this lady. All right, let's make a little bit more sense.
Sorry.
The bloody rags and the shorts are at the car wash.
Well, they're at a car
White
wash.
Pigeon.
Oh,
So,
okay. So, did you go to the car wash?
I didn't wash my car out.
Okay.
I stopped there, my buddy was there.
Who's your buddy?
His name's Chad.
Does he work there or something?
No, he was just, I was driving by, I seen his truck, I pulled in.
Is-
So what's up?
Is this before you got to your mom and dad's then? After you put her into the woods?
Oh, wait, okay, there we go, see? Damn it. I'm not lying to you guys.
I understand it, but I'm kind of confused.
So after that,
After what?
I dropped her off.
Yeah.
And then I stopped by the car wash, seeing
Okay.
Chad,
Okay.
and I went home.
All right. What's Chad's last name?
Place.
Chad Place. Okay. Okay. So then, after you leave Chad and talk to him for a while, clean out the back of your truck.
Because he was supposed to
Then,
come over, but he never
okay.
did.
All right. Then you went home for sure.
Yeah.
All right. Because you're not sure if your mom and dad were home or not, because your mom and dad say that
Because that's
they
when
didn't
he
get
came
home.
out and looked at the truck after I got home.
Your dad said that was at 6 o'clock.
That's sick. No, it was not.
And that's I'm just saying what he said. Okay.
Because it was like almost dark.
It was almost dark when your dad came out.
And I went.
All right. So that would have been late in the evening.
So then I didn't.
You understand? We're just trying to
No, I'm
build up.
trying to get my.
We're just trying to develop a timeline here of just collaborating the
Everything's
information that you're
blending
giving.
together right now. I'm trying to. I'm sorry. I'm not trying
That's
to
okay.
be in.
And maybe by us bringing this stuff up, it's making you
It's-
remember some things. Okay?
I feel like you guys are just playing me.
How are we doing that?
Not that, but like now you're mad.
No, I'm not. I'm not mad at all, and I don't think Kyle is either. We're just helping you. We have some questions, and I
I
think
know.
and I think you respect us for asking these. You know, there's some questions that we need answered. I mean, we're not saying again. You intentionally went out and ran this lady over. We're never saying that. Okay, but we're just trying to figure out the events, what folded up, what went up to that time, and then what happened afterwards. We just that way we can to verify all the information that you've given us. You know.
So I say, okay, so.
Did you really leave work at?
No, I
you really,
did, yeah.
Okay, so you
I
really
clocked
went.
out at like, it was like, because my HR lady was like, you need to go home.
Okay, she did tell you that. You're not
Yeah.
fired or anything like that.
So it was like, it was a little after 7.
Okay.
So I was there for like an hour, and then she said, you gotta go home. I got out. I don't think I went to the gas station or anything. I think I just went driving. And then it was like around 8, you know, it was early morning still.
Mm-hmm.
So then I must have drove around for a little bit then.
Beforehand or?
No, after, I mean, trying to figure out what the fuck was going on.
Okay,
after I had her.
so maybe you had her in the back of the vehicle a little bit longer than an hour. Is that what you're thinking?
Yeah.
Okay. Are we sure about the phone? Are we sure? Yeah,
No, for real, I never seen her
Okay,
phone. I
okay.
didn't know she had a phone.
Okay.
Didn't see it.
Never touched the phone or
No.
anything? Okay. All right.
Her clothes, I did not take her clothes off.
Okay.
The rags, I did wipe the bed out. I'm sorry, I didn't say that.
Okay.
What else did you throw away there? Because they're pulling video from the car wash. Remember what I told you?
I know, but I'm just.
We're looking at everything, so I need you to be honest with me, okay? What else did you
I
throw
think
away?
it was just rags. I just grabbed a pile of shit.
What else?
Rags.
You know there was more stuff that you threw out there.
Wasn't. Well, then obviously
Tell-
there's clothes then. But,
Well, tell us
but
about
I
it.
didn't know they were hers.
Well, how'd they get in the trash?
Because there was just a
From
pile of
you.
clothes in the back. I
Well,
thought,
whose are they?
I thought it was just like a shirt or something I was using to wipe up.
So clothes in the back of your truck that you don't know whose they are,
No, I
but
was
you
thinking
decided
bed,
to
like
throw.
'cause I had a box. The box is still back there. I just had everything like piled in, and I just grabbed it and I threw everything.
What else is in that pile? Of
Should just be rags, clothes, or whatever that. Well, obviously the shorts now, but then I think that's it.
Whose shorts are they?
Well, I thought it was a shirt.
Well, whose shirt is it?
I thought it was mine.
Colby.
'Cause I thought it was just like the shit that I was using to wipe up. You know what I mean?
So if it's not hers, whose is it?
Well, then I don't know. But is it hers then? Because her clothes are off, right?
Are you saying you put her in the back of the truck with her clothes on? Somewhere in the car ride, her shorts are off, but you don't know how?
What?
Tell me how that much sense that makes.
That don't make sense.
Right. So that's what I'm telling you. You got to tell the truth to us. Because guess what? When we go and pull a video from that car wash, it'll be like, well, he was lying about this, he's lying about this, he's lying about this. Then we're going to say, well, we're not going to bat for this guy because he's not telling us the truth. But guess what? We're going to find out the
Okay.
truth anyway. So you need to come clean with us,
Then-
all right, Colby?
When her clothes are ripped up from getting hit, I'm assuming.
Okay?
And then probably when I put her in, everything was like ripping off, and then I just threw everything away.
Okay, so they are her clothes that you threw away?
Yes, I'm sorry.
At the car wash.
Yeah.
What else is in there? 'Cause
That's
you
the
know
only thing I
there's...
can assume. I mean, I don't. Rag and that's it.
What else?
What else did they find? I don't know.
Come on.
What else did they find though? But you just tell me so I know.
We're telling you this stuff, and until we tell you something, then you don't remember it. Now it's your turn to tell us something.
So in
that
the
we're not
trash can, the
telling
only
you.
thing I can think of is shorts or whatever and rags.
There's something very significant that you should remember.
What?
And guess what? It's going to have your DNA on it, and it may have her DNA on it also. So I need you to tell me the truth.
They don't say it outright, they let it hang in the air. Colby sits in silence, eyes shifting, waiting to hear what it is. Because deep down, he knows, and he's terrified. This isn't something he was ever going to admit. This is the kind of evidence only investigators could uncover. And now that it's out, the story he's been trying to control, it's slipping through his fingers fast. What was already a serious case just became something far worse.
You know what it is, and I know what it is, but I need you to say it.
I don't know.
Colby, tell me.
Well, I don't know.
You know what this is. Because guess what? When we're going to test it, everything's getting tested. I'm telling you this.
I don't know what would have DNA on it. I'm honest.
You had sex with her.
No, I didn't. I would not have sex with a dead person.
People do it.
Oh, I'm not one of those fucking people.
Why are we finding evidence of this on her? Evidence of this in the trash.
What's in the trash? Her
I
shorts?
want you to tell me. This is all
I'm
going to
not
come out.
fucking
in the
lying.
wash. This is all going to come out.
Colby, you
I
did.
told you now, for real. I told you guys.
You're leaving stuff out.
Why am I'm not leaving shit out. I didn't fuck her, okay? I didn't have sex with her. That's fucked up. It's fucked up whatever happened. I know.
Was the spent condom something that you threw in there from a time that you had
It
a
could
relationship with somebody else?
Well, that's or it's not mine. I don't wear condoms.
Okay. All right. So
Jack
there's,
off with them, but that's it.
okay, but there's no, and like Kyle's telling you, there's no reason
No,
It's
I was
suspicious.
not.
It's just
I get it.
okay.
I understand. That's why I think I was scared to
Yeah.
say shit.
Right.
But I would not fuck a dead girl.
Tell me about the condom then.
I didn't have a condom though. I didn't know I threw one away. It's a car wash though. There's hundreds of people.
So you're saying that was not yours?
I don't know. It might have been. But I didn't use it with her.
But you just told us a little bit ago.
I said I might jack off in one.
Okay.
But I have a girlfriend and we never use a condom.
So would there be a reason why that would have been left in your vehicle?
What?
The condom?
No.
Okay.
Is there going to be any DNA of her on there?
I don't know. Why would there be?
That's what I'm saying. I'm trying to find out.
Okay, I didn't have sex with her, okay? I swear.
And you do know, as Kyle said, if that comes back, that's why we collected DNA. It's all for elimination purposes. Your DNA may be on that condom, right? Might be. But her DNA definitely won't be.
No.
Okay?
I didn't have
All
sex
right.
with
All
her.
right, that's all I'm asking. I'm just asking. Yours might be on it, okay? Your DNA might be on that condom, but hers will not.
No.
Okay. All right.
Mine shouldn't be on there, so I don't use them.
You
Okay.
said you jack off in them, so
Yeah.
you use them for something.
When was the last time you would have jacked off in a condom?
Who the fuck knows?
A long time ago?
Yeah.
Okay. Like we're talking months, weeks, years?
Probably when I lived in my old house.
Okay. And that was what?
July. June.
So it still would have been in your truck?
Yeah, there's condoms in my truck because I bought a big ass pack of them a long time ago. And they were like in a bag. They're all over the place.
Okay. Do you think anything else?
Not over.
All right, let me go back there and
Yep.
just throw some of this stuff away. I'll be right back.
You just see how it looks. Like
That's
I said,
all. I never get it out.
over
And now
your
it's
head.
all turning.
You're in over your head, and you're flustered. You're making mistakes. You're
Oh, I'm sorry, I don't remember every little thing. Okay, and I get the wiping the thing out. I should have told you, but I figured you guys would have like made it like I was trying to hide shit or something. I know it sounds stupid, but I'm not explaining it very good. I'm not keeping anything else from you though.
that's what I'm trying to say. is
I'm sorry,
we-
I upset you.
We've talked. We've had this conversation. You say, "Yeah, I'm telling the truth," and then I say, "Well, what about this?" And you're like, "Oh yeah, about that." And then you talk a little further, and then I'm like, "What about this?" And you're like, "Oh yeah." It's like, what? How many more "oh yeahs" are there?
I know. But I don't think there's going to be any more OEAs. I feel like I told you everything. Unless there's something, you act like there's something you know that you're waiting for me to say or something.
I want you to tell the truth.
I just
The
told you,
whole
I told
truth.
you. I was driving.
Not just my direct
Okay,
questions.
I know. I drove. She came out of nowhere. I hit her, like I said. Stopped, I got out. Did my thing. See she was there, and she was gone. Picked her up. Put her in the back. Drove around trying to figure everything out. Scared. 'Cause I didn't know, And then just driving, and I ended up just throwing her off. And her clothes were ripped up, so then they did fall off, so I just threw them in the back of the truck.
How do you mean they fell off?
Well, I don't know if they got ripped when she got hit, but when I was pulling her, like everything was falling, so I don't know,
So those stayed in your truck then?
well, I threw them in the back, so I didn't just want to leave clothes laying out there. And then I went to the truck, car wash, when I seen him, then I was like, oh, I'll throw this shit away.
What'd you tell Chad?
I didn't tell him anything. Well, he has this, I hit a deer.
You told him you hit a deer. Okay. So did he see you put the rags in the trash?
No, I
Or
did
the
after
clothes?
he left.
Okay. Is there anywhere else you went?
Not that night, no, I swear.
'Cause
I
you're
drove
gonna
around
track
with
your
her.
phone and all this. Every single
And then-
location is gonna be pinpointed.
No, I didn't go anywhere. I drove around, trying to, just clear my head, not the right thing. But no, I didn't go anywhere else. Just drove around.
What clothes did you actually have on, or what shoes, I guess, is a better question.
I just gotta use my phone for 1 second here.
Those shoes are super clean.
I wore these though.
Like, those are concrete shoes. Those are pavement shoes. They don't much look like anything else. So which shoes were you wearing?
Pretty sure I had these ones on.
Are you a shoe guy, or do you only have like a couple pair?
No, I'm not a shoe guy.
You are?
No.
Oh, you're not a shoe guy.
The same shoes forever.
I got boots, I got shoes. Like 'em.
Yeah.
Hey, first Dave.
What other pair of shoes do you have at the house?
I think I had some. I have another white pair. I think they're Adidas.
Kind of like
And
that?
then- Yeah, but they have the stripes instead of the.
Okay.
And then the sandals.
Okay. No boots?
No.
Is this what you would wear to work then?
Yeah.
What about, there was a pair of jeans in the back of your pickup truck in the cab part.
Yeah. That's what I wore today.
That was today's clothes?
I had these on under.
Okay. Gotcha. So those were today's clothes. Did you wear any gloves or anything?
Maybe when I was like cleaning, so I didn't get like shit on me.
Like rubber gloves or leather gloves or something else?
Just like, I don't know, maybe like rubber, like utility gloves, maybe like gardening gloves.
Those still at your house?
Are they? I know.
Are they?
I don't think so. I think I threw them away.
Where would you
Just
put
'cause
them
they were
those away
dirty.
at?
They might have been in that pile when I was throwing it away. You know, in the truck with the car wash.
What kind of people are your folks?
Good people.
Anything else in the trash?
No, just
The car wash.
Just what we said.
Now, you mentioned you saw a yellow blob.
Yeah.
What was that?
I don't know though. I didn't. I just looked at it. So. Did you guys find anything? Like.
I'm asking the question.
So yeah. I don't know. What was it though? All I seen was something with yellow.
Colby, I do have a question if you don't mind. You're adamant you didn't fuck her. Now, what is your definition of fucking somebody? Is that actually your penis into her vagina?
Yeah.
Okay. How about would you consider penetration with your finger fucking? I mean, okay, you consider that fucking as well? Okay, so and there was none of that. There was no fondling of her breast. Okay, I'm just asking that. Well, that condom, it wouldn't have been put on your finger. I'm just throwing this hypothetically out there and inserted into her.
No.
Okay. The condoms that you buy, are they lubricated? Do you know anything about or are you just go in there and buy just any type of
I'm
condom?
assuming they're lubricated.
Okay. Well, there's some that aren't, I'm assuming, right?
Yeah, I'm assuming.
Okay. The ones that you purchased, I don't know, how long ago did you purchase these condoms?
A while ago.
Some time ago. All right. You would have jacked off into these, and somehow it would have been left in your pickup truck. And if the condom that we found in the trash can with the bloody rags and the shorts come back with your DNA on it, that is an old condom.
It shouldn't have any DNA.
Okay, just check.
I know.
Okay.
I didn't know.
Okay, I just wanted to make sure that we knew that we were talking the same thing when we talked about fucking, that I want to make sure that I didn't leave something out where it's penetration with fingers, toes, tongue,
Nothing.
you know,
Nothing touched
no
her.
no penetration into her at all.
No.
Okay. All right. I can't think of anything else.
I picked her out. And picked her out.
Yeah. Do you understand where Kyle and I were coming from? Now, we had some concern. You told us some of the story, you know, and I almost kind of felt like we had to feed you the information, what we have dealt in our hand. I almost had to feel like I got to tell you what kind of cards I have in my hand in order for you to tell me everything that happened that day, you know? That's not fair,
I'm sorry.
you know? This is your opportunity to tell us what happened because we were not there. And not that it totally discredits what you're telling us, but when you forget stuff or you tell Kyle I didn't wash out the truck, but yeah, I did go wash it out, wiped it out. It could be her shorts, you know, I don't know. They are her shorts or wherever we were at with those, okay? That, it doesn't upset us. It's just, it's going around. It's, you know, when we could just go straight down the road and just tell us you know, we're just looking to see exactly what happened, okay? Kyle and I, neither one of us has said, you purposely stalked this lady and killed her. No, we never heard that out of our mouths, did you?
No.
We never said you purposely hit this lady, did we?
No.
Yeah. We never said you were a monster, did we? All we asked for was that you to tell us the truth, and sometimes I felt a little bit discouraged with you because I felt like, again, we had to tell you everything that we knew, and we shouldn't have to do that, you know? So this, like I said, we're gonna brainstorm after this, okay? Kyle and I are gonna sit down. We're gonna talk about what we talked to you about today. We're gonna talk about all the evidence that was found at the gas station. What we come up with your mom and dad, you know? We're gonna talk about all this, and we're gonna brainstorm. And I'm hoping that there aren't questions that you haven't answered. You know, if there's something, when Kyle and I walk out this door, we're still available to talk to you. Don't get me wrong, okay? If you said, hey, in an hour from now, I want to talk to Dave and Kyle again, we'll be right back, all right? But if there's something you can think that we missed or we should know right now that might come up, because remember, this is a thorough investigation. Okay, somebody died.
I know.
A lady died. A grandma, a mother, a sister, all right, died. You know, horrible.
Yeah, it's
Okay? And that's all we want to do. We want to get to the bottom of this. We want to make sure every minute, from the time that you got up that morning to the time you got to work, to the time that you got lost or whatever, and we want to make sure that we can do a complete timeline. Does that make sense? We can account for every minute of your day. All right? And then I don't want to have to... Now, we had talked about you stopped at Speedway this morning, right?
no.
That was this morning, and we were thinking that was about 6, or no, it was...
No. Between it was like 5 something.
Okay, and what did you buy there?
Cigarettes and a water.
Okay, no condoms that day, or I'm just... All right. Cigarettes and what kind of cigarettes do you smoke? Marlboro, okay. And then you went from there to Myers, and we stayed at Myers and slept for a while. Never went in the store. Okay. Then you went from that Myers once you woke up to the location at Walmart, and you never went in Walmart.
No.
All right. And no stops between Myers and Walmart, correct? Kyle and I forgetting anything? Is there something that you want us to know before we leave here? I mean, like I said, we're still available. If you can think of something, because you're going to have time to think about things. This is your opportunity, and we will listen.
I think I was worried. I guess I was scared about the shorts thing because I thought you guys would assume that.
Okay, so these are her shorts. Is that you guys could confirm that these were in fact her shorts? Is that my understanding now?
No.
Okay, all right, because I missed that. I might have when I was out of the room. So
Say some of the clothes came off when he was pulling her out of the truck.
Okay.
I think they were ripped. I mean, they were ripped up. So
Okay.
I don't know if they got from like she got hit.
All right.
And then I just didn't want to like. I don't know, they were just falling off, so I just threw them back in the truck.
Was there really a blanket that you put over her when you were?
Yeah.
There is.
Somewhere,
Okay.
I don't know.
And this is described as a green like throw blanket or something like that,
Yeah,
right?
kind of like a fuzzy blanket, you know.
Okay.
Did any of the other clothes tear off?
Not like off. I think the shorts were the only thing that like were completely ripped off.
Okay. So they're gonna
And I
have
know that sounds
damage to them?
I guess. I mean, I'm assuming. Was her shirt? I think her shirt was ripped too.
Now, my understanding was when she was located or found, she didn't have any underwear on. Did her underwear located too?
I don't know.
I don't know.
I didn't know if
Okay.
they counted with the short. I didn't like look at them. I don't want to touch them.
All right. Okay. Remember my name, right?
You know,
Dave? Remember?
Kyle.
Yep. What are you going to do if you remember something?
I will get a hold of you guys.
Yep. And we're available to come talk to you whenever you need to, okay? Do you understand where Kyle and I stand now? We collectively sit down with our investigative group. We brainstorm this. And then we have to talk to a prosecutor to see what he believes, if at all anything, to right now charge you with. It doesn't mean they'll stick or whatever. It's just right now we got to figure out what we have here in front of us. All right? But it's very important, Colby, that if you remember anything, I don't want these investigators that are still out there looking to find some stuff that will not verify your events for that day, okay?
Yeah.
I want to be your advocate. I want to say, this is the story, this is exactly what happened, this is what Cody said happened, and everything that Cody said matches up to the timeline that he provided us. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
This is for you, okay? This is to collaborate all the information you gave, okay? This is to show that you're credible, you know? All right. Anything else, my friend?
Unless you know where the underwear is.
No, I don't. I didn't know whether they were the shorts. I don't know.
Carol, I'm going to have you take this little piece of paper with you.
Yep.
Okay.
What do you want me to do? 10:15 or?
Let's Why don't you go ahead and take that and find out if there's something that we're missing that we can speak to him about here. I know you're scared, man. I know.
I didn't have sex with her.
Okay, and that's fine. Doesn't it look, if you were investigating,
I get it now.
you'd have to look at it and you'd have to
And that's
ask,
why
wouldn't
I
you?
was scared to say the short thing.
Right.
And then,
Is that why you didn't tell Kyle in the first place
Yeah,
about
so
the
long.
shorts? Because you were afraid that we'd automatically think
well,
a sexual assault had taken place?
Yeah, then I'm like,
Okay.
then they're gonna be like, oh, what, did you have sex with her? Which I mean,
Listen,
perfectly.
isn't there a very logical reason
That's-
that, like you said, I'm pulling her out. They were ripped off her anyway.
Well, I mean, that's why I was afraid.
Right.
I don't know. I just should never fucking be here. I should have fucking called,
Right.
and we wouldn't have had to worry about this.
We wouldn't be where we're at today, would we? Yeah. Yeah. You know, we're gonna get through this one way or another, and like I said, I don't decide what your fate and punishment be. Remember when we talked about that?
Yeah.
It's taking accountability for what you did. Is that right? You made a mistake, right? Now it's up to you to decide how you want to deal with this. I mean, be remorseful and work with the prosecutor and work through this process. Do whatever your punishment would be, and then go back home to your family. And you know what I mean?
That's what I would like.
Be there for your kids. You know, they're little yet. You have your whole life to spend with them. But Kyle and I have been honest with you, and that's all I was asking, is that you've been honest with us.
And I feel like I'm honest.
Okay.
We got everything out, I feel like.
All right.
On June 14, 2023, after 90 minutes of deliberation, a jury found Colby Martin guilty on all charges: open murder, failure to stop at the scene of a fatal crash, concealment of a death. He was sentenced to life in prison without the possibility of parole, but the trial revealed even darker truths, one that left a lasting scar on everyone involved. Forensic analysis showed Colby never tried to brake. His truck stayed straight on the road after impact. No skid marks, no swerve. This wasn't panic, it was follow-through. His search history told an even darker story. In the weeks leading up to Melody's death, Colby had looked up violent and sexually deviant material, including specific searches related to necrophilia. On the very day Melody vanished, his browser showed terms referring to unconscious or deceased women. The most damning evidence? A used condom was found in his vehicle. DNA analysis confirmed what everyone feared. It contained the genetic material of both Colby and Melody. Despite these horrifying details, Michigan law did not allow for additional charges related to post-mortem acts. Still, the conviction stood as a small measure of justice. The judge called him a danger to the public unlike any she'd seen before. For Melody Rohrer's family, it was a long and agonizing road to that courtroom, one filled with silence, grief, and unimaginable pain. Her daughters spoke of a mother taken too soon. Her husband described a life forever changed. He said it simply: some losses don't hurt for a little, they hurt for a lifetime.